The annual Medicare open enrollment period begins October 15th and runs through December 7th. And here to help us understand what decisions need to be made is Bob Gunia from Physicians Mutual. Hey, Bob, good to have you here.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Important stuff for our viewers. Let's talk about what makes this period so important for people in retirement.
Yeah, so if you're over 65, you've probably seen a lot of increase in solicitation efforts, emails, phone calls, a lot of commercials, and it's important for people over the ages of 65, and we go through this every year at this particular time, and the question is, well, why? Well, the insurance carriers that offer Medicare Advantage and prescription Part D coverage can change their plan offerings every year. So customers get an opportunity to see whether or not those changes are right for them and to change as well. But an important thing to remember is if you like your coverage, you don't have to make any changes at all.
Okay, this can be really confusing, so we're glad you're here to help explain. You say this is an ideal time to switch plans if someone has existing coverage and you're not satisfied. What about those nearing retirement?
That's a great question because, you know, a lot of emphasis is put on October 15th to December 7th, but obviously people are turning 65 every day, and that's when you become first eligible for Medicare. Well, when you're in that situation, you have your own open enrollment kind of guaranteed issue period, which includes your birth month, 3 months before and 3 months after in order to sign up for coverage. So it's important for folks nearing retirement to begin that familiarity process with the Medicare program in order to make good decisions.
Okay, it's almost overwhelming, to be honest with you. Is there an easy way to understand your Medicare options?
You're right, it is overwhelming because people aren't familiar with Medicare, and in many cases they've made their employers made healthcare decisions for them, and now they have to make a decision. My best advice is to start early. Look to someone that's been in the business for, since 1902, Physicians Mutual. We've been supplementing the Medicare program since the very beginning, and we lead with education so that you're in a position where you're familiar with the Medicare program before you make any type of buying decisions. And as a part of that, it's good for people to know what Medicare doesn't cover. It covers about 80% of your medical expenses, and so that leaves a pretty good gap. We sell Medicare supplement and dental insurance, which helps round out your health care offerings in retirement.
Any other helpful advice?
You don't have to go alone. So if you have friends that are retiring at the same age, or if you're going through this open enrollment period from the 15th to December 7th, talk to someone in groups. If you're a son or daughter, go with your mom and dad and be a part of that conversation so that people are making really good choices.
And you say the experience of a company that's, 124 years old?
Yes.
And having now survived 2 pandemics in addition to that, probably helps a little bit, right?
Yeah, experience helps.
All right, thanks so much for being with us this morning. Really appreciate the information. Important stuff for our viewers. Okay, again, the Medicare open enrollment period is from October 15th through December the 7th. Visit physiciansmutual.com for more information.